Hi folks, this is Doug Roper with another Fort Nelson Community Update. We're here today at Northern Lights College, one of three venues that will host the Fort Nelson's Women's Weekend. Let's find out what this Women's Weekend is all about.
We basically started 3 years ago after the Minerva Foundation visited the community and provided an info session on what they do. And at that time there were some women in the audience who had brought up the point that we'd had Women's Weekends years ago and it would be a nice fit to bring that back into the community and possibly incorporate the Minerva Foundation. So our first year there was probably 6 key ladies that tried planning the Women's Weekend. We were really unsure of how to plan this, but we had one lady in the community who had done these before. So our first Women's Weekend was held at Challow School and we had 60 ladies attend. The second year we planned one again and we had 140 ladies attend, so it had grown exponentially really over the year. And then again this year we planned it and we had 150 ladies attend, so we had to cap it actually at 150. We just had such overwhelming response and interest in the weekend. Basically our intent is to bring women in the community together, because often, even though it's a small community, we tend to isolate ourselves from one another. So we're hoping through the weekend that women will meet new ladies that they haven't met before, or perhaps we see each other in the grocery store, but now we'll be more inclined to talk to one another and get to know each other a little bit better. This year's keynote speaker was Siobhan Robinsong from Vancouver Island, and she basically brings communities together through choir. And one of our committee members had been to a keynote address by her before and really recommended her. And we thought it would be nice to bring someone into the community who the ladies may not have ever seen before, just something different again. And again, being in Fort Nelson, often farther away from other larger centers, we don't have that opportunity.
There's a kind of a mass inferiority complex that people have developed about their voices. Already, I've had about, almost everybody that I've spoken to, that I've met here so far, that knew I was going to be doing something about singing, hasten to tell me that they're really bad singers. It's as if we feel that there's something we feel compelled to apologize for in our voices. I can't really think of any other part of our human anatomy that we feel so compelled to tell the other is really bad, right?
Many people have gotten the crazy notion that they're not good singers, that they can't sing. I think the issue is maybe that they don't sing, but so I've been here at this Women's Weekend retreat, just spreading the message that you too can sing, and I've been teaching some simple songs, and people have been diving in, and I think having a good time, and finding out that when we put our regular ordinary voices together, they can sound extraordinary and beautiful, and that it feels good. It helps us just connect with each other and have a good time together. It's great for our health, and it's a great way to build community.
Human am I, spirit am I am the infinite within my soul. Have no beginning and I have no end. All this I am. Human am I, spirit am I am the infinite within my soul. Have no beginning and I have no end. All this I am.
We have several workshops offered this weekend, from knitting for beginners to cedar weaving to some mini facials and spa type treatments, as well as different exercises like yoga, Zumba, and fitness for women of all ages, as well as jigging and two-stepping. So we tried to have a variety of different workshops to appeal to an audience, and as well just get people either doing different crafts or different exercises, just again to get people out there and meeting one another, and again to try and deal with or address all the different age groups, like the younger girls to more mature women, so everybody will have something that they could take away from the weekend or experience. And again, it's to get people meeting one another, and in the smaller groups, they'll be more inclined to maybe make new friendships or new acquaintances, which is what we're all about. And again, the facilitators were really key because they've donated their time and their efforts to do this. But again, it's been a great success this year, and we hope to keep offering it every year. And without the help of our volunteers, we've had about 10 ladies this year helping out, which is phenomenal. But again, we really rely on the volunteers and the generous support of all our sponsors.
Thanks to all the participants, volunteers, and sponsors who helped make this Fort Nelson's Women's Weekend possible. This is Doug Roper with another Fort Nelson Community Update.